My dear brother and sister, life is not a race against people. It's a journey toward Allah. Every delay you face is a hidden blessing. Every unanswered prayer is an act of divine mercy. Don't be upset when things take longer than you hoped. Allah knows what you need, when you need it, and how you need it. Trust His timing even when it breaks your patience. Because one day when His plan unfolds, you will understand that every closed door was protection, every delay was preparation, and every disappointment was redirection. Trust the timing of Allah. Every delay carries divine wisdom. This truth, though simple to say, is one of the hardest lessons a believer learns in life. We live in a world where everything moves fast. Information, opportunities, and people. When we don't see results immediately, when our plans fall apart, or when life slows down in ways we never expected, our hearts begin to whisper, why not yet? We start to wonder if Allah has forgotten us, if we've prayed in vain, or if our effort has gone unnoticed. But the truth is, nothing escapes the plan of Allah. His timing is never accidental. Every moment you wait, every door that remains closed, every pause that frustrates you is filled with divine purpose. Sometimes Allah delays what you want because He knows that receiving it too early would harm you. You may want success, but perhaps your heart is not ready to handle pride. You may pray for a person, but Allah knows that connection would pull you away from Him. You may desire wealth, but He knows that too much too soon could make you forget where it came from. Allah's delays are not denials. They are shields protecting you from unseen pain and preparing you for unseen blessings. When you understand this, your heart finds peace even in waiting. You realize that Allah's not yet is still mercy, that His silence is still communication, and that His plan is still working just beyond your sight. There's beauty in waiting when you trust the one you're waiting on. The pause is where faith grows strongest. It's easy to trust when everything is moving, but true belief is proven when nothing seems to move at all. And you still say, Alhamdulillah. The delay trains your soul to surrender, to believe without seeing, to walk without knowing the destination. And it's in that surrender that Allah brings the most beautiful transformations. The waiting season may feel silent, but in that silence, Allah is rearranging everything around you. Your path, your heart, and your future. Every delay carries a secret blessing. Think about how often you prayed for something, and years later you said, Alhamdulillah, it didn't happen then. That's the wisdom of Allah's timing. He withholds not to punish, but to perfect. He sees the full picture while you only see a single moment. Imagine if every prayer was answered immediately. Would you still grow, still reflect, still turn to Him in desperation and love? Sometimes He delays so that you remain close, so that your heart doesn't become attached to the gift but to the giver. So, my brother and sister, the next time you feel like life is standing still, remind yourself it's not still, it's sacred. Allah is working in ways your eyes cannot see. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared. Trust His plan even when you don't understand it. Because one day, when everything falls into place, you'll realize that every delay was carrying you gently toward exactly what was meant for you. Right on time. Patience is not weakness, it's faith in motion. Many people mistake patience for doing nothing, for being passive, silent, or helpless. But true patience is the opposite. It is one of the strongest, most powerful forms of worship because it requires your heart to remain firm while everything around you feels uncertain. Patience is not about waiting quietly, it's about waiting with trust. It's holding your soul steady in the storm, saying, "My Lord knows what I do not." It's choosing peace when your mind wants to panic, choosing gratitude when your heart feels restless, and choosing to believe that Allah's plan is still perfect, even when you don't understand it. When life gets hard, it's easy to lose patience. You make dua again and again, and nothing seems to change. You do your best, yet the door stays closed. In those moments, Shaitan whispers, "See, it's not working. You're wasting your time." But this is where faith is tested, because patience is not measured by how long you can wait, but by how you behave while waiting. Do you keep your heart connected to Allah, or do you give up when the silence lasts too long? Remember, the Prophet Amaz faced years of pain, loss and rejection, yet he never lost patience with the decree of Allah. Every hardship was met with faith, not frustration. Every delay was met with hope, not despair. Patience is an action of the heart, a quiet form of strength that no one can see, but Allah always rewards. It's easy to fight, to rush, to chase after what you want, but it takes real courage to pause, to breathe, to say, "Why Allah, I will wait for you to open the door." Patience is not a sign of weakness, it's proof of spiritual maturity. It shows that you understand something deeper, that timing belongs to Allah, not to you. The one who trusts in their own plan grows tired. The one who trusts in Allah's plan grows peaceful. Think about a seed buried deep in the ground. It spends weeks in darkness, unseen, uncelebrated. But inside that darkness, something powerful is happening. One day, it breaks through the soil and faces the light. That's patience. Allah plants you in a season of waiting, not to bury you, but to prepare you. The darkness you feel is the beginning of your transformation. When you rush the plan of Allah, you steal from yourself the beauty of what He's preparing. Patience allows your blessings to arrive at their best time. You might not see results instantly, but every moment of patient faith is building your reward, your strength, and your peace. The ones who endure patiently will always see the sweetness of Allah's timing. So, my brother and sister, when you're tired of waiting, don't let impatience push you away from your Lord. Say to yourself, if Allah is making me wait, it's because what He has for me is worth the wait. And remember, patience is not about standing still. It's about walking calmly with your trust placed entirely in the one who never lets you walk alone. That's not weakness. That's real faith in motion. What seems like a setback is often preparation for something greater. Many times in life, we face moments that feel like failure. A dream that didn't work out, a job we lost, a relationship that ended, a plan that collapsed when we thought it was perfect. In those moments, it's easy to think, why now? Why does Allah keep taking things away from me? But what we often don't realize is that Allah never removes something from our life without replacing it with something better. Whether it's a blessing, a lesson, or growth in our faith, what you see as a setback, Allah sees as redirection. What you call an ending, He calls a beginning. Sometimes Allah breaks your plans before they break you. He closes doors that you were begging to enter because behind them was pain you couldn't see. You might have been ready for that job, that dream, that relationship, but Allah knew that it would take you further away from Him, or that it would harm you in ways you couldn't yet understand. His mercy hides in His refusals. Every disappointment you've ever felt is not Allah turning away from you. It's Him turning you towards something better. You just can't see it yet. Look back at your life for a moment. Think of something that once shattered you. Something you thought you'd never recover from. Now look where you are. You survived, you learned, you changed. That pain taught you lessons no comfort ever could. That loss built your resilience. That setback deepened your relationship with Allah. You see, if you had received everything you wanted, you might not have become the person you are today. The hardship you thought would break you actually shaped your strength. That's how Allah works. He takes you through darkness not to punish you, but to prepare you for light. The path to greatness is never smooth. Every believer who achieved peace, wisdom, or success walked through hardship first. That's because comfort doesn't build character. Struggle does. A setback forces you to reflect, to rely on Allah, to rebuild yourself from within. It strips away your illusions and brings you closer to the truth that control belongs only to Allah. Once you understand that, your heart becomes lighter. You stop fighting what's gone wrong and you start trusting what's being made right. Sometimes the hardest moments in life are actually hidden gifts. When you're forced to let go of what you wanted, you make room for what you need. Allah doesn't just prepare blessings, He prepares you for blessings. That's why He allows challenges, heartbreaks, and disappointments. Because through them, He molds your patience, purifies your intentions, and strengthens your heart. When the blessing finally arrives, you'll be ready to handle it with gratitude instead of pride. So, my brother and sister, the next time you face a setback, don't say, "Why is this happening to me?" Say, "What is Allah preparing me for?" Believe that your pain has purpose. Believe that Allah's delay is not denial. What you see as a dead end might actually be the doorway to your next chapter. And when you finally see how perfectly everything fits together, you'll realize that every setback was never punishment. It was preparation for something greater than you ever imagined. When you feel like you're being delayed, remember, Allah's timing is never off. He is never early, never late. Everything He allows into your life comes at the perfect moment. Even when your heart feels impatient, even when your mind cannot understand the delay. You see, as humans, we crave instant results. We want our prayers answered immediately, our dreams fulfilled quickly, and our struggles resolved overnight. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, operates beyond time. He knows when your heart is ready for what you're asking for. He knows when the blessing will build you, not break you. That's why His plan is never rushed, because divine timing requires divine preparation. Imagine if every prayer you made was answered instantly. You might not have the strength, wisdom, or faith to handle it. Sometimes Allah delays what you want so He can give you something better than you asked for. His delay isn't rejection, it's protection. You might think you're ready for marriage, success, or peace, but Allah knows the hidden challenges that would come with them. He delays not because He's forgotten you, but because He's preparing the environment, the people, and most importantly, you. When everything finally aligns, you'll look back and say, Subhanallah, it all makes sense now. Think of a seed buried in the soil for months. There's no sign of life. It looks dead, forgotten. But deep within the darkness, growth is happening silently. Roots are forming. Strength is building. The moment it sprouts above the ground, everyone sees the beauty, but nobody sees the struggle beneath the surface. That's how Allah works in your life too. When you feel buried, when nothing seems to move, remember, you're not buried, you're being planted. Growth takes time, and Allah is nurturing your soul in ways you cannot see. There are moments when we compare our journey to others. We see people succeeding, achieving, smiling, while we're still struggling in silence. But Allah's plan for you is unique. Your timeline isn't theirs. Their blessings came when they were ready for them. Yours will come when you are prepared. Comparing timelines only steals your peace. Allah hasn't forgotten you. He's simply writing your story differently. And sometimes, the longer the wait, the more beautiful the outcome. Because the delay makes you appreciate the blessing far more deeply when it arrives. So, don't let impatience make you lose hope. Don't let the silence make you think Allah isn't listening. He hears every dua, even the ones whispered in tears at night. But He answers them at the best time. The time when the blessing won't harm your faith. When your heart is steady enough to handle it. When the lesson has been learned. Every second of waiting is part of your preparation. Allah is never late because He is the one who created time itself. My dear brother and sister, trust that where you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be. If you were meant to have it by now, Allah would have given it to you. Every delay is a layer of protection. Every pause is a sign of His wisdom. Keep walking with faith even when the path feels slow, because one day, when everything finally unfolds, you'll realize Allah was never late. He was just right on time. Sometimes, the hardest thing to do is to remain patient when your heart is aching for change. You look at your life and see doors closing, opportunities slipping, prayers that seem unanswered. You begin to wonder, why is Allah delaying what I've been asking for? But the truth is, every delay has divine wisdom behind it. Allah's timing is never random. It's purposeful, intentional, and filled with mercy. What feels like a delay to you is, in fact, preparation in disguise. Allah knows the exact moment your blessing should reach you because He knows every detail of your life. Past, present, and future. He knows what's best for your heart and what timing will protect your faith. You see, when Allah delays something, He's not punishing you, He's strengthening you. Every day that you wait patiently, every tear that falls in prayer, every moment you resist giving up, it's all shaping you into someone capable of carrying the blessing you're asking for. The waiting season is not wasted, it's the season of growth. It teaches you humility, reliance, and faith that doesn't depend on immediate results. And when the blessing finally arrives, you'll recognize how those moments of waiting prepared you to appreciate it fully. Without patience, blessings can become burdens. But with faith, even the waiting becomes an act of worship. Think about how Allah prepared the prophets before granting them success. Prophet Yusuf's A.S. was tested for years, betrayed, enslaved, and imprisoned before he rose to power. Prophet Musa A.S. wandered in the desert before leading his people to freedom. Every delay in their journey was necessary. It built their strength, their faith, and their ability to lead. So, when you feel like your life is at a standstill, remind yourself, even the prophets had to wait. And their patience didn't weaken them, it elevated them. Your story is no different. Allah is preparing you for something greater than what you're asking for. Sometimes Allah withholds what you want because the timing isn't right. Maybe you're asking for something that would harm you if it came too soon. Maybe the people, the situation, or your own heart still need to mature. Allah's delay is protection from what could destroy you before you're ready. You might see it as unanswered prayer, but in reality, it's divine mercy. Just like a mother doesn't give a knife to her child even if he cries for it, Allah withholds what could harm your soul even if you desperately ask for it. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means trusting while doing your best. Keep working, keep praying, keep believing. But don't force what Allah hasn't yet written for you. When you surrender the timing to Him, you find peace even before the blessing arrives. Because true peace doesn't come from having everything you want. It comes from trusting that Allah knows what's best for you and when. So, my dear brother and sister, stop worrying about the delays. The blessing is not gone. It's just being perfected. Allah is aligning people, places, and circumstances for your good. When it finally comes, you'll realize it was worth every moment of waiting. The timing you once questioned will become the timing you're most grateful for. Allah is never late. He is simply making sure that when your moment comes, it will be beautiful, complete, and exactly what your heart was meant to receive. There will come a time in your life when you'll look back and realize that every delay, every hardship, every unanswered prayer was not a denial, but a redirection, a part of Allah's perfect plan. When you truly understand that Allah's plan is always on time, you stop living in frustration and start living in peace. You begin to trust the process instead of fighting it. You realize that the things you thought were falling apart were actually falling into place. The closed doors that once made you cry were doors that protected you from something that would have destroyed your peace. This understanding changes everything. It teaches you that what's meant for you will never miss you, and what's not meant for you will never reach you, no matter how much you chase it. Life is a series of moments designed by Allah to build your soul. Some moments are easy, others are painful, but all of them have meaning. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove your trust in Allah. When He delays, He wants you to deepen your connection with Him. When He tests you, He wants you to discover the strength He placed within you. When He takes something away, He wants to replace it with something better. But you can only see this truth if you look through the eyes of faith instead of fear. The believer understands that Allah's plan isn't meant to be understood immediately. It's meant to be trusted completely. So when you're stuck in a season of waiting, don't lose heart. Keep doing good, keep praying, keep showing up, and keep believing. Even when you don't see results, know that Allah is working behind the scenes. He's arranging things in ways you can't imagine. The delay you hate might be the very thing that protects your destiny. The unanswered prayer might be the reason you grow closer to Him. Remember, Allah loves you too much to give you something at the wrong time. His plan is not just about giving you what you want. It's about transforming you into who you need to be to handle it. You are not forgotten. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. Every test is shaping your character. Every hardship is polishing your soul. Every tear is watering the seeds of your future blessings. When Allah finally unfolds His plan, you'll see how every second of pain was necessary for your growth. You'll thank Him not only for what He gave you, but also for what He withheld. Because only then will you realize that His timing wasn't just right, it was perfect. So, my dear brother and sister, let this truth sink deep into your heart. You are not late, because Allah is never late. The one who created time cannot be bound by it. Trust His wisdom when life feels uncertain. Keep your faith steady when the road feels long. Because when Allah finally says, be ye, it will happen in ways beyond your imagination. And you'll understand that every delay was not a detour, but the exact path leading you to your destiny.